everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. Today I will be going through my July reflections, and let me tell you, July was a rough month. It was probably my worst month out of all the months I've been doing this video for. Okay, let me give you, the gist of everything. So I don't know what it was, but July was just not it. It just wasn't. It wasn't it. I felt very, I don't know, slumped out, blah. Honestly, I don't even know how to describe it, but mentally, it felt like I checked out in July. It just was not a great month for me mentally. And I ended up not doing pretty much any readings except for like 2. But I didn't do my monthly reading. I didn't do any of my moon readings. I didn't do any of my season readings. So when like Leo season came around, did I do a reading for that? No. I didn't do any retrograde readings, and I know 2 planets went into retrograde. I didn't do any of those. Yeah, I did nothing. Like, nothing. So today's video is going to be a little shorter than normal. But I still have some things to talk about, like my daily practice. I still pretty much kept up with that, except for like a week and a half where I was like, I don't feel like I had no motivation. I didn't feel like picking up my decks for like a week and a half, so I didn't. And you know what? I'm not going to be hard on myself in regards to it, because, shit happens, and that's the way life goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say, if you've seen Bruce Almighty. But yes, whatever it is, and that's it, and that's all. And I feel like now that we're in August, things have gotten so much better, and I feel more motivated, and I feel like the slump that I was in July is behind me. So that's where it's going to stay. So yes. So let's get into a few things. 1, I did do 2 readings. Two readings. And I used the Amenti Oracle for them. So I think I'm going to get into that first, and then we'll go into the daily practices. So I ended up doing the same spread twice. So this is the deck. It's just like different like statements on the cards. Nothing too, I don't know, complicated or anything like that. I do have an unboxing of this on my channel, so you can definitely check it out. So the first reading that I did was while I was away. Well, both of them were while I was away. So I did these both while I was away, and then I came back and I did nothing. So yes, I did this bedtime tarot spread by Lunith. It's a 3-card spread. It's supposed to be like a bedtime tarot spread, but I decided to use Oracle with it instead. So the first question is, good night, how do I release today's energy? And for the first card I got was, I remain in balance with my emotions. Second question is, sleep tight, what should I notice in my dreams tonight? And I got, I relate in peace. And then the third question is, don't let the bed bugs bite. What should I reflect on today? And I got, I do good. So pretty much the gist of this is really checking up on how I'm feeling noticing what brings me peace in my dreams, and just, reflecting on what I did that particular day and how I can do better for myself as well as others is pretty much what I got from this particular spread. And I really do, I really like this spread, and I have been using it. Like I use it still occasionally when I want to, see what I should reflect on from the day and things like that. So yes, this was the first one that I did. And then I did the spread again the following night. And again, for the first question, good night, how do I release today's energies? I got the same exact card. I remain in balance with my emotions. So clearly I was not in balance with my emotions. And then for the second card, sleep tight, what should I notice in my dreams tonight? I got, I act respectfully of others. And then lastly, don't let the bed bugs bite, what should I reflect on about today? I said, I do the best I can. Which is interesting because the card the day before I got, I do good. So that was really interesting, I found. Really interesting. Got the same card again. So again, I was like, you know what? I should really check in with myself and really think about what is best for me and how I should be following my own heart and my own feelings. In terms of the next card, I thought about it and I was like, I should notice how I act towards others and how I act towards myself and in my dreams. And I asked the question, like, am I on equal footing with whoever is in my dream? And I was like, if not, remember that you treat others how you wish to be treated. So that's what I should focus on in terms of what's going on in my dreams that particular night. And then lastly, I was like, reflect on how, you're doing your best and how that counts for something. And I wrote down, build yourself up rather than tear yourself down. Because really when you do your best, that's what matters. So, yes. I did really like using this particular spread, and I really enjoyed using this deck for it. And I didn't even use the guidebook. I brought the guidebook with me, but for those two spreads, I went specifically intuitively based on what was written here and just a little bit of the imagery. But yeah, I went really intuitively with it, just based on the statement that's provided on the card. So yes, so those were the only two readings that I did. So now we can get into the daily readings. So for my daily decks, I use quite a lot. So I ended up going away in the end of June, early July, and these are the two decks that I brought with me. Then when I came back, I ended up using these two decks together, and then eventually I ended up switching the last week of July, and I ended up using these two decks together. So let's just move things to the side here. So these were the two decks that I brought with me, mainly because they're small, and I didn't want to bring too big of things or too heavy of things with me, since I was only going away for a long weekend, and that was it. Both of them are by US Games, and I think that they paired beautifully together. So I only used this technically for 3 days, but it was a beautiful pairing nonetheless. Like, the really colors, they work together really well, in my opinion. So, yes. And I really like the combination of them together. So, I did end up, let's see here. So I did end up with no I ended up with no repeating cards from this particular deck. From the Oracle deck, I received no repeating Oracle cards, which was great. From the Tarot, however, a card that came up quite a bit in this deck, as well as the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, was the Nine of Swords. And it actually came up for me during my time away. I can find it. Here we go, Nine of Swords. So I'm going to leave that out. And then we move on to the week I got back. And I paired the Intuitive Night Goddess with the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck, which is a fantastic pairing. Like, wow. The readings I got from this, absolutely fantastic. I loved it so much. They worked so well together. And yes, I love them so much together. This is probably one of my favorite pairings. I was looking for a pairing for this particular deck, and someone suggested this, and I just thought it was amazing together. The colors just work well, in my opinion. The reds tie in here, the blues tie in here. Beautiful. So, yes, I really enjoyed working with these decks together. So I worked with this for a week and a half. Yeah, from the week of the 4th until the 13th is when I worked with them together. Now, I didn't get any duplicates in the Oracle, so I didn't get any repeating cards with the Oracle, which is a great thing in my opinion. It means that those topics didn't really come up a lot, or they were dealt with right away when I got the reading. Let's see here. What cards did come up a lot? Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, the Star, Five of Swords. So quite a lot of major cards came up. And I did get a lot of majors within that time. From the 4th to the 13th, I received a lot of majors during that time. So let me pull out the cards. Okay, so Nine of Swords came up for me in both decks. So I have them here. Then I got the Moon twice. So we have the Moon here in this deck. I got it twice from this deck. Wheel of Fortune came up a lot. I got it 3 times in the week and a half that I read. And then the Star card, and then the Five of Swords also came up. So this is really the repeating cards that I got in July that we're focused on. Then from the 14th until the 24th, I didn't do any readings. I was in such a slump mentally, and I just didn't feel like reading for myself. I didn't feel like touching decks. I didn't feel like doing anything whatsoever. So yes, so this combination ended there. I was going to pick it back up because I was slowly getting myself out of that slump. And then eventually I had gotten this particular deck here the Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle. I had gotten this in the beginning of July, or while I was away, I got it. It came. I had pre-ordered it, so it came, and I decided that I wanted to use this. I thought it would pair nicely with this particular deck as well. And I was right. Like, look at the colors. They're beautiful. I do have an unboxing coming of this particular deck, so yes. And the black borders I felt just really tied in nicely with this particular deck. I'm still working with this deck even in August, but for a different purpose, which I'll talk about in my August reflections. So yes. But yes, I really love the combination of this. I also did not receive any repeating cards from this particular deck either. So yeah, no repeating oracle cards whatsoever for the month of July, which was fine. Runes now. So I did keep with my runes, my witch's runes, and did receive quite a number of repeating ones. So yes. Okay, let me go through this. So the scythe I received twice. Woman twice. Waves 3 times. Romance twice. Harvest I got 3 times, which was funny because the month before I only got it once and no repeating. So yes. No repeating man this month. Did I even get man at all? Like last month I got it like 4 times. And this month I think I only got it once. Yeah, 1 time. 1 time and that was it. Wow. The difference between the months is funny to me. I did get the blank card twice, or blank rune twice, which was interesting. It's supposed to be about fate and destiny and things like that, like following your path. Sun came up twice. And yeah, that was it. These 3 did not only came up once or didn't come up at all. So these were my repeating cards pretty much. Repeating cards and repeating runes. I didn't get any repeating pentacles, any repeating cups, or any repeating wands, though I did get pentacles, cups, and wands in my readings. They weren't repeating cards. So for me, I track all my cards, but I find that repeating ones are the most significant for me. So yes, Wheel of Fortune, which is chance. Moon, Star, the ones that came up most. 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Makes a lot of sense, to be honest, with the way I was feeling in July, that these are the cards that repeated for me the most. So this makes total sense for me personally. Then the last thing I did that was tarot related or practice related was something new that I started in July. It was planetary work. So I don't know if you saw my July, my June reflections rather. I talked about 2 videos that Kyra Getchell created. I'll leave them linked down below again. And I'll leave my June reflections link down below if you'd like to check out the YouTube portion and what I talked about. But really the gist of it was that it was calendar. She created a calendar in her bullet journal, and each day of the week is associated with a planet, and then she would pull a card for each day and that planet association. So I use the Next World Tarot for that purpose. And I don't do a bullet journal. I do my regular dated planner. Let me focus this here. So I put it all in here in the planner view, in the calendar view. So this is really the deck that I used. Absolutely love this deck so much. Very political, fantastic though. For the times that we're in, I find like it's a great fit. This is the pocket edition. I do have an unboxing for this on my channel. Everything is always going to be linked in the description box below, always. Okay, so this was everything I got. So I highlighted the card that I got in the color that I associated with the deck. As you can see here, it's number 67. I numbered the colors. If you watch my planner videos, you'd know that. And if you don't, then I'll just let you know now. I number all the colors that I have from this marker collection because they don't come with numbers, and it was bothering me because I like to color code and color associate with my decks and things like that. So I did all that, did all 31 days, and I enjoyed doing this. So I'm really excited to keep doing that this month, which I am. I'm sticking to it because I've been enjoying it. So some things that I noticed in regards to this practice. Now, I did get cards that the number was a duplicate. So, for example, 2 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Queens I got a few of. I did get a repeating card, which was the Queen of Cups here. I love this Queen of Cups. So we have the Queen of Cups. That. 9 of Pentacles. I know I got a repeating 9. Where is it? Did I not get a repeating 9? I guess not. 6 though. 6. Even the 6 of Cups. No, the 6 of Pentacles I got twice. Here we go. But 6 is repeated. 10 of Wands. Did the 10s not repeat? Maybe not. Oh, here. Yeah. No, that's what I just said. 10 of Wands. No, I guess not. But the 3s did. 3 of Swords, 3 of Wands. Oh, yeah, here. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands. So I got 2 10s. The Knights also. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. Though the Knight of Wands repeated twice here. And on the same day, too. Which was really funny. 4s. 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, I did get repeating numbers is what I noticed from this particular, for the first month doing it, which was interesting. And then for my repeating cards, I got the Queen of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and King of Cups. So I got both higher courts from the Cups. Middle court I got from the Wands, and then the 6 of Pentacles really was the repeating factors in here, which were very interesting. I love these 2 cards. Hopefully you can see them. Maybe I'll just bring them up. I love these 2 cards. She's in a wheelchair, which is fantastic, and the Queen is this fabulous looking gender identity. I'm going to say they look male, but they're probably gender fluid with the dress. I love it. Maybe non-binary. Maybe they go by they. So, yes, I do love them both. They're both beautiful. I love this deck so much. It was great. And then the 6 of Pentacles really focuses on that charitable aspect, especially to people who are deserving of it, because that's really what this feels like with the disaster relief and whatnot. And then we have this Knight of Wands who feels very in control and powerful, So yeah, I really enjoyed doing this particular practice, trying to find the words, this particular practice, and I'm very happy that I started this particular thing for my own personal practice. Really happy that I found it too on Kyra's channel. So yes, really happy, and I absolutely loved it. So that was what I did in my planner. And that's all the things that I did in regards to like divination practice and like decks and things like that. So now moving on to books. So I only got one new book, which was sent to me for review. It was this one here, and I started reading it, but I haven't finished it yet. So it's called The Well of Truth, Stories of Spirit by Elizabeth Gould, and it is published by Spark Press. And yes, I was sent this. For review. A publicity company reached out to me and asked if I wanted to receive this book for review, and I was like, sure, I'd love to read it. It sounded good from the Goodreads. I checked out the Goodreads, and it sounded great. So I was very interested and intrigued by it. So the publisher, not the publisher, but the creator, the author herself sent this to me. She included a note on the cover, and I put it in the book so I could keep it and it would be safe. I love it. Her writing is beautiful. So it came to me all the way from New Zealand, I believe, which was crazy. I included my little card, the tabs, this is what they mean. And then I received it for review on the 26th. I started it, but I haven't finished it yet. So I got it towards the end of the month. But yes, I have been tabbing it, as you can see by the colors. And I have been enjoying it quite a bit. It is different short stories. Here is the table of contents. It's different short stories, but they all follow this one main character, which I absolutely love. It's like her life journey within her adulthood and everything that she goes through, but like in short story form, which is really interesting. And she encounters different goddesses along the way of her life. So this is what it says in the back, if you want to read it. I will have a full review of this on my channel very soon. I'm going to, once I finish reading it, I'm going to actually have a review. It'll probably be like a short video, but it'll be a review of the book, my thoughts on it, what I liked about it, and things like that. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So lastly, I'm going to talk about YouTube. So there's only one video that I want to mention in July, only because I didn't really do much watching in July, to be very honest with you. I was in that slump, and I mentally didn't feel like doing much or watching much or things like that. But I did a collab with a friend of mine, another YouTuber. Her name is Brittany. Her channel is Cosmic Lunar Soul. And we did a collab on her channel in regards to talking about tarot. And it was so much fun. Like, I had so much fun doing that collab with her. Definitely check her out. I will link her channel down below so that you can check her out. I would highly recommend giving her a follow or a little subscribe and click on the notifications and things like that. She does things more related to witchcraft. She does do a tarot unboxings on her channel or oracle unboxings on her channel as well, but a lot of her content focuses more on the witchcraft side. So if you're into witchcraft, I would highly suggest that you check her out. She does things on spells and all this other fun stuff. She does also an unboxing of a witch's box that she gets every month, which I love watching because that's always fun, because I don't subscribe to any of those things, unfortunately. I wish I could, but money, and they ship from the States, which is always expensive. So yeah, I wish I could subscribe to them. There's like quite a number of them that interest me, but unfortunately I cannot. So it's always fun to see other people unbox those kind of boxes and things like that. She also does readings, like lives where you can get free readings from her, a 1-card reading, or if you wish to get more cards, then you can tip her and she'll give you like a full reading and things like that, like a 3-card or 4-card or whatever it is that she does reading and things like that. So definitely check her out if you like those kind of things. I would highly suggest it. She's a good friend of mine and she is just awesome. She also has a podcast as well, so she does post videos for that where you can listen to the audio. You can also listen to her podcast on like podcast type devices and things like that, like Spotify, probably Apple Podcasts and all that stuff as well. So definitely check her out. But yes, the video that we did was fantastic. Like the live that we did was fantastic. It was so much fun. We got to talk about like our favorite decks right now, what we're working on, favorite publisher and things like that. And it was just really fun. It was like an hour of just talking about tarot, and who doesn't love that, really? We do have another collab coming up. It's going to be on August 21st at 1 p.m. It's live as well. We're going to be talking specifically about cardstock this time, which is super exciting because I know a lot of people like talking about cardstock or have opinions about cardstock. So I'm really excited, since I have quite a number of decks. I'm excited to talk about what my favorite cardstock is compared to what not my favorite cardstock is. So I'm excited for that collab to happen again, but definitely check out the video. I will leave it linked down below. So that was my July reflections. Let me know in the comments below what decks you used in July. What are some fun things that you did? How was your month? Was it better than mine? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated. It does help me in the long run. So yes, thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.